What's cracking, guys? Omar Isaf here, back with another video here at Unconventional Strength. Today to talk about the deadlift, we have Joseph. Joseph, what's going on, my man?
How's it going?
So I might repeat some of the things that you say. We're gonna be walking you through the deadlift, how to teach a beginner how to deadlift. So this will be instructive for individuals that first wanna learn how to deadlift, and secondly, individuals that wanna learn how to properly coach. Because if you've only been on Instagram, it doesn't mean you're a coach. And I can immediately identify individuals that basically only train themselves when they try and coach people. So I'm gonna talk about the coaching cues. We're not gonna overcomplicate things. I think that's one of the big things I'll tend to notice. You kind of scale up as you continue lifting. So a beginner needs to focus on different things than an intermediate and advanced lifter. So we're gonna focus on the big basics and we're not gonna overcoach. So Joseph, just talk me through your deadlift. You've been lifting how long?
Just about a month.
Okay, so just about a month. And you said you had, you tried it for a bit, you had a little bit of a back flare up, you took a rest, and now you're coming back in the deadlift and you kind of just wanna learn how to properly deadlift, right?
Absolutely.
Cool, okay. So there's a few different things that we're gonna take a look at when we start. I also want to give a huge shout out to Alan and Mike, who simultaneously on this day released Alan the squat video. I'll link that in the description. Mike the bench video. You guys can check it out. If you enjoy this informative stuff, go ahead and like the video. But Joseph, do me a favor, buddy. The first thing I like to do with a lightweight is just see how someone lifts without any coaching, right? So just observe what they're doing and then go from there. So if you can, just do whatever you normally do. Give me 3 repetitions. Take your time. 3 reps on the deadlift. Good. Excellent, man. Good, and put it down. So there's a few things we look at immediately. Solid, honestly solid. I think there's just a few tweaks that we're gonna do, we're gonna implement immediately that are gonna make it feel better and stronger. I think a good heuristic, so a general rule of thumb for you, not always, but if you feel stronger in the setup after the coaching, that's likely a good sign. We want to self-organize because everyone, we're all individuals, and the individual variability, by some people will get played down where they're like, oh, like do this way for every single person. You, how tall are you?
About 6 foot.
Okay, so you're about 6 feet. What I noticed, I actually liked a lot of what you're doing, but the first thing I noticed when I'm taking a look at the deadlift is how the barbell's moving. And we go over the 5 essential basic steps for the deadlift. The first would be bar over midfoot. You did a good job of that, right? The second one, put your hands on the bar, so wherever you place it. The third one then, and this is where it gets a little bit different, you want to bring your shins to the bar, so you want to bring it down like so. But really step 4, which comes to flattening the back, and why do we want that? We want to engage the lats, we want to load up the posterior chain. That's where things get a little sticky. And so what we want to develop with you is a good type of tension prior to pulling. And this weight even right now, Joseph, is going to be too light for you to really exert tension against the barbell. And we're going to talk a little bit about bracing, we're going to talk about the proper setup. So the things I liked, when someone sets up on the deadlift, we basically want the bar over midfoot. So you did that naturally. You chose a stance that was comfortable. How wide should your stance be? Again, that depends upon the person. In general, we're gonna go with roughly shoulder width apart. Even your foot angle that you selected, some people go straight ahead. I tend to like to open up a little bit. I notice you open it up a little bit. Awesome. You reach down for here. If you don't brace at the top, you can just go ahead and reach down. You put your arms, which we like to have, so I'm telling you all the good stuff before we tear it apart, is you had your hands on the outside, right? So it was like this, and then your knees were touching right against the arms. Great job, right? The thing that we want to do from here, we let, with the knees, our shins are essentially vertical, but they're allowed to drift a little bit forward. And before you picked it up, you're basically like this, which is good, arms in front of you. And then from here, the back was pretty flat, but what I noticed, or what I felt that you weren't exerting that tension to pull yourself into the bar prior to lifting. Now, why is that important? We want an efficient bar path. If we see from a side angle here, what we want to make sure to do when we pick it up, essentially, we never want the bar drifting in front of us, right? So when we pick up the bar, we never want it going in front of us. We don't want it to roll. In fact, what we're doing, and one of the things we'll talk about later, we want knuckles down. So from here, we think about our arms like meat hooks, 2 fish hooks like this, and then we pull ourselves into the bar. And even as I pull myself, because it's only 95 pounds, the bar is actually going to lift off the ground. We get the tension, hamstrings, glutes, everything feels good, and then we're going to pick it up. But the first thing I actually want to do with you, and we're going to coach this, we're going to break the deadlift into 2 separate movements for now. We're going to start from the top and work our way down, because I personally feel that coaching the eccentric is easier than the concentric. First thing we actually want to do, so this is the first coaching thing, I want your hands on your thighs, and I just want you pushing back with the hips, get down to about where your knees are. A little soft knee bend, that's cool, but try and load up, think posterior chain, so move your ass as far back as you can, right? Good, come back up. Good, right, so we're tilting back, so from here, we're pushing back, so from here, we can actually already, for myself, I'm tight, I can feel the glutes and the hamstrings. That's where the power is, right? So really when we coach, like I said before, a great heuristic, if you feel stronger, we're moving in the right direction. So first thing I want you to do, you can have a little soft knee bend, so 5, 10 degrees, whatever, and then you just go down to basically your knees and then come back up. That's it, right? So push the hips, and that's one of the things I'd say for you is you're squatting down a little bit as opposed to hinging back, okay? So just think, sit back and get your hands to your knees. Yeah. Yeah. Let the knees bend a little bit if you want, just a little bit, good. Come back up, good. Because that's basically what we're gonna be doing. We'll do a few reps of that in a second. All we do, if we have to break up the 2 different components, we hinge, and then when we get to around our knees, we kind of start bending down, and then we bend straight down while still pushing back. But the top part is basically knees a little soft when we initiate, sit back to our knees, and then we can bend further. So do about 5 repetitions of just thinking, sit back. Yeah, good, 5 reps. So we're just breaking down the individual components, and then we're gonna be including them and combining them together. This looks good, man, yeah. And so straight back basically means that, keep going, there's 2 more reps, that we're loading up the hamstrings and the glutes, right? There's nothing wrong, especially as an intermediate and advanced lifter, a little thoracic rounding, that's totally fine, but we wanna learn with a straight back first, a neutral spine. Okay. Good, and stand up. Excellent, man, okay. The next thing we're gonna do now, so I want you, when you set up to the deadlift, you can take your time, we'll focus on breathing later. Do the same idea, so now soft bend, hips, and hands just to your side. And then when you get to the knees, just bend slightly while still, you see how we're hinging back, we're pushing back. Just get to the barbell, and we're not gonna pick it up yet, but what I want you to do, so now we have the hinge, I want hands over, and just think knuckles down. So go ahead. Excellent, good. Woo! Good. Now before you pick up, now watch this. Keep your hands here. You see how your hands are bent a little bit like that? Point the knuckles down. So you get it in the palm, see like that? Good, okay. And relax, okay, stand up. Yeah, so that right there, I like that setup. And what we're gonna do from that point afterwards, because you do a few things that are great. Once you get your hands down in your setup, maybe my hips are high, maybe my back, is my back rounded right now? Yeah, but I could pull myself into the bar to get that tension. So, now the step that we found the stance width. I think you're pretty good with your stance width. I think your foot angle is also likely good for you, so we're good to go for that. We set up, we hook, so they're just meat hooks, arms nice and long. And then from here, what I want you to do, Joseph, I actually want you to pull a little tension. So from here, you see how my back's like this? I'm allowing with the lats in the back, think chest up, so we're puffing the chest up like this. We have tension, and you almost should even feel when you do it, like the bar, when I do it, the bar wants to leave the ground. So we're gonna have you set up, hinge down, hook, and then just get a little bit of that tension where you should feel, if you feel like your ass and your hamstrings are getting loaded, that's a good sign. And if you feel like the bar is almost gonna move straight up as you're setting up, that's also good because you are strong enough where for you, this weight will start moving when you get that tension, and then we'll go on to a plate. So go ahead, line up. Good. Hooks, so knuckles down. Good. Oh man, yeah, and just get a little bit of that, you feel that tension now where you're exerting, do you feel your hamstrings and your glutes? Look at that, good, set it down. Yeah man, you see how it's rising a little bit?
Yeah.
Bro, how's that feel?
That feels good, it feels loaded in the hamstring.
Gee money. Honestly, like no joke, really easy to coach. So, we want to develop that tension. Now, here's why this is important. After we get that tension, so you can exert 10%, 20%, 30%, whatever. After you do that, when you begin, you want a little bit of that starting tension because you essentially want to pull the barbell straight up and towards you. The bar, so the 2 things that are moving, essentially you want a one-piece pickup. So you actually do a good job of that. And what I mean when I say a one-piece pickup, I am wearing weightlifting shoes, but it doesn't matter. From here, when we break the ground, we want the hips and the bar to rise at the same time. We don't want like that where we're losing a position. So creating tension creates a very powerful start that makes the end easier to complete. So we're actually doing, it's like beginner and also maybe a little intermediate, but it's all gonna play out for you. What I want you to do now, when you line up, I want you to get the tension, and again, you don't have to exert 100% tension where you're like, oh my God, like my glutes. Just think, get tight into the bar, and you did a great job. And then from here, what I want you to do for the first little bit, you're staying over the bar. See, I'm at knees, and then my hips are moving through. And the great cue, if you have a side angle, is essentially your hip to the barbell should always be getting closer. So at no point, basically, are we going from here, so we start here, to it's going away, so you see the bar is going away from us. That makes it harder. So a good general rule of thumb, you want the bar close to you. Do you need to scrape your shins? No, you don't. So let's just see, let's keep the coaching very simple. Hinge, hook, tight, and then go. And just give me 3 reps, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yep, take your time. Get that hinge. Woo! Hooks, yeah, knuckles down. Good. Get the tension, and when you feel good, chest up, go ahead. Good, down, 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 down. Take your time. Again. Good. Last one. Chest up before you begin. There you go. Good, yep, and down. What I really like, so your back was nice and flat, I saw the tension. The thing I want you to do before we go up for the next set, I want to make sure that you keep that chest up from the first rep. All I want you to do for next set before we go on, because we're just taking it step by step, we're on a hook, hook, and then from here, once we're here, we get that chest. You see the chest, now I'm in a great position. What Joseph does a very good job of is that his shoulders, anterior delt, is slightly in front of the bar. You do a great job of doing that naturally. Give a little bit of a time right here. Do 3 repetitions, same idea. The only thing I want you to change, so hinge, hook, tension, chest up, and then pull. 3 reps. Excellent. Good. Yep. Chest up. Excellent. Good. Last one. Nice. Yeah, man. Looks strong. How's it feel?
Feels good.
Okay, so the thing I do want to talk about, and it's not getting more advanced, but it's bracing. We're not going to overcomplicate it here, but what I'll actually have you do very quickly, have you ever done a plank before?
Yeah.
Okay, basically a similar sensation to when you're holding a plank is what we're going to do prior to deadlifting. So right now, just get in a position, 15 seconds of plank, good, and let's get the glutes squeezed, good, stomach tight, quads flexed, good, and then hips just a little, so this just a little lower, the back, good, and chest up, good, and just hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, you see actually something you did a good job of, see how your body was shaking? That's good, that's tension. The tension that we create in our body, we're exerting against the barbell to make it a one-piece pickup, right? So everything kind of needs to be tight. What are we doing prior to actually lifting? So again, we're gonna hinge, hook. We can start from the top and brace, just that light. So all we do, we take a big breath in, we put our hands here, so around our side, put it just around your love handles, take a big breath. Into the stomach, even though it's not in the stomach, so breathe, yeah, relax. Breathe in and out. Good, and then when you breathe, when you take a breath in, we're gonna hold it, and then we're just gonna flex down like in that plank, as if someone's gonna punch us, right? So just go like this, take a big breath, hold, and then clamp, right? We clamp down, yeah, right, you feel it? Yeah, look at that, that feels solid, right? Okay, because we want that intra-abdominal pressure, that's gonna help with the spine, just keeping it in a more advantaged position, I'd say, a better position actually to lift. So let's do 3 reps like that. So you got the hinge, you got the hook, you got the chest up, I'm liking everything I'm seeing. Let's try then, just brace and hold that breath. Okay. Yep, 3 reps. Excellent, good. Yeah, great cueing, man. Good, take your time. Yes, good. 2 more, chest up. Excellent, good, keep going. 1 more. Nice, good, and down. So I'm just gonna put on a 10 per side. We're just gonna do triples, but whenever you're ready, 3 repetitions, all I want you to think, set up with a hinge, hook that shit, chest, and before you're ready to go, brace. Let's see, 3 reps, take your time, keep the chest up. Good, knuckles down, looking solid. Yep. Excellent. One more, man. Excellent, good. And how's that feel?
Felt good.
Nice. How difficult did it feel?
Maybe a little easier.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to implement everything. So for us right now, what we want to do for you, take your time. I want you to be aggressive on the way up. Nothing great, we're not jerking, anything like that. But think, once you're tense, get after it, man. Yep. Good. Knuckles down, take your time, chest, and brace. Nice. Excellent, good, take your time. Dude. Yep, last one. Excellent. Woo! Dude, you had a lot more steam in you than I thought. That looked easy.
Let's get a couple plates on.
How does that feel?
Felt good.
What? I'm so not like, yo, you're gonna PR today, but what is the most you've ever deadlifted, you said?
Maybe like 150.
Really?
Yeah.
How would you feel just hitting 155 or 135 for a single?
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it, man. Yeah. So take your time. You look great. Single. So all those cues, hook, so hinge, hook, chest, fast. Yeah, that'd be my 5 cues. Good. Yeah, I like the knuckles. Take your time and then fast. Good, put it down. Is this a joke? How hard was that?
It felt good.
Yeah.
It felt good.
Yeah.
The cues, the cues are really helping me.
My man. Okay, 5 off, 10 on, 15-pound PR. Yeah, man. And I think, so, Joseph, this is important for you and everyone out there that's starting out. Competence builds confidence. As you feel, even it's almost a placebo effect, as you believe in your technique, you'll be able to exert more force, your confidence, so you go into that, you're not like, oh, I don't know, like, oh, it's just gonna hurt, right? And I will say, like, as you said before, when you're first starting out, you had a little bit of a back tweak. Totally normal, these things happen, right? We're learning how to move our body. It's kind of weird, it's different, especially with the deadlift, because at the start, we kind of had a little bit of that squat, so we had the butt down here instead of back. As we learn this movement, as we do continuous repetitions, as we learn about bracing and all those things, it'll mitigate all those issues. So I'm actually very confident with your form. I think you can have sustainable progress. Let's go, Joseph. Firm grip, big breath, and you got this. My Lord. Excellent. We're only leaving about probably 40 pounds off of what you could do today, honestly.
Let's go up.
Yeah, do you want to go up?
Yeah.
All right, you got it, yeah. Chalk up a little bit and let's hit this 25-pound PR. Yep, so take your time, get that tension, speed. Good. Yep, let's go. Excellent, good. Nice. 25 pounds, how's that feel?
Felt good.
Smoked it, dude. So we will cut it off there because 25 pounds is a big jump compared to the most you've ever done before. Just to give a quick summary for people, we get the bar over midfoot. Then from here, what I like to do, just to get that patterning, we hinge from the back, so we're sitting the hips back to the knees. So we can just have our hands on the outside like this. Once we reach the knees, hands can come straight down, back still flat. And then we hook, so knuckles down. And then from here, it's chest up, so we're getting that tension right here. Brace, lift the weight up. But you did an excellent job. I think carrying this forward, just practicing, videotaping yourself to make sure you got that proper form and you're carrying it up will be invaluable for you. So I think you nailed it. I want to thank you for being on the channel. I want to thank everyone for watching this video, coaching a beginner on how to deadlift. You damn near smoked it, 25 pounds. I look forward to your progress.
Thank you.
If you like the video, make sure to like the damn video, and I'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next one. Peace.
Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your fucking vegetables.